And we're live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are, whenever you're watching, whether it's live or on the replay. Thank you all for being here for the Sunday Culture Review. Today is February 7th, 2021, and here in the United States, we have an entire day dedicated to one sporting event called the Bowl of Superness, or something like that. So we have to be careful how we say that, because I was told, although I might have been being trolled, that we're not allowed to say the words super next to the word bowl, or we get in trouble, or claimed, or struck, or something. Anyway, for whatever reason, apparently you can't put the two things together, but in the articles we'll be reviewing today, those words will be together and it won't be my fault. So I want to say hello to the great and wonderful panel that we've assembled for you today, and then we will say hi to each and every one of you before we get started. So let's start off with the lovely lady of the bunch, the talented pilot that always gets you where you're going and lands everything exactly on time, AFK Bard. What's going on, AFK?
Hi, I am just chilling. I'm always happy to be here, just to have my ego stroked a little bit. You guys are awesome. I look forward to talking about the Great Dish. How's that?
Ooh,
The
yes,
Great Dish.
the Great Dish that is a football game that we have every year. That's a good idea. I like that. Well, thank you very much for being here, AFK. And then we have the very talented and intelligent and diverse in content, and our very own Joe Rogan facsimile, or the future Joe Rogan, or the future him own self, Wes Moody. What's up, Wes? You're muted.
Good job, Boomer.
Now, it's not his fault.
Hello, everybody. Good to be here. Thank you, Culture, for having me on. It's always a pleasure to be here with these amazing folks, AFK Bard, Ian, Fat Steven, and, of course, the Mirrorsphere, and the best chat on YouTube. Looking forward to a great show today, and we'll even be talking about the big event. I shouldn't. Geez. Oh, super, and yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't say the big event. That's bad. That's
the Incredible Bowl.
Yeah. You don't want to say the big event, trust me.
No, I don't know. I still think that's likely bologna sausage, but whatever. All right, and immediately below Wes is our other incredibly talented creative guest who has produced, showrun, whatever words you want to use, a lot of content in his own right. Somebody who's actually made film. Our friend, the Mega Geek. Ian, what's going on, my friend?
Hello. Nice to be here again. Now things are going, aren't they? I mean, the UK is still on lockdown, and I'm still working. Thank God, touch wood and all that. And it's a pleasure to be here, and I can't wait to talk about the topics that you've got lined up.
Well, I don't know about how many great topics we have. We have topics. How about that? So let's see. But then our very next person, the person that changes their outfit and even everything that they are represented by, our very own talented troll and
Okay, I'm out. That's done. Thanks for that intro. That was great.
Trans avatar, Fat Steven. What's up?
You called me a troll. Like what? You didn't call anyone else in the panel troll.
Well, we were all talking about everybody here likely being trolls, weren't we?
No.
Oh, I think we were.
Well, that was my last show. Thank you for the chat. Thanks for me being here. I appreciate it. It was great. My self-esteem is destroyed. I'm going to go say SB as many times as possible. I'm going to have it on record and repeat. You think I'm joking?
Well, welcome very much, Stephen. You're awesome.
Super.
Thank you for being here, my friend. By the way, you can find Stephen and I together this evening over on Lorena Creel's channel for the Welcome to Florida stream, barring massive snowstorm issues.
And constantly putting down my self-esteem, saying I live under a bridge, eating 3 types of goats. But thank you. Back to you, Culture.
Goat's not bad, man.
No, not that kind of troll. Stephen, don't be sensitive. Anyway, finally, we have our friend, the Mirrorsphere's Origin, who is no longer, doing whatever he was doing last weekend and is just going to hang out with us for a bit today. What's going on, Mirrorsphere?
Hello, everyone. Yeah, last weekend I was out with my brother in Kansas City.
Ah, cool.
Hanging out,
cool.
Hanging out, doing stuff. But yeah, just glad to be here, like always.
All right. Now, Mirrorsphere creates his own thing. In fact, he's started to really represent that rather well with the Mirrorsphere's Origins, which is Your creative project, your graphic novel. I don't know what you're calling it. It's a book. There's art. It's okay. There you go. Yeah. So very cool stuff and lots of cool art and looks like it's going to be spooky. So I'm definitely going to love that. So, all right. Well, let's move on and say hi to everybody out there because, we have some of the greatest folks in the world as part of our chat community here. We have the great Keith Howard. He says, hi, Culture. Hi to you. You should say hi to the other people too, Keith. And then we also have Robert. Robert says, woo, Culture Casino. Well, woo, back to you, my friend. And of course, Wes Moody showed up and said some disparaging things about football. I think he's talking about the European game, though, not American, not the American football, but who knows? And then he sends us a super sticker. So I believe that he wanted to give us some European game. Oh boy, I just boomered the heck out of the stream already. Yay! I think he sent me a popcorn. Did you? Or no, game over. That's right. You were playing your video game on the stream this morning. That's what you were doing.
I was. No, I was.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what it was.
Yeah, and then we have, let's see. Robert says he's looking forward more to this show than the great bowl, the large bowl,
and we're not overpaid. We're not paid at all.
No, for sure.
The woke bowl.
Yeah, Parrothead is the Lord of the Waterfowl. I think that's what all those mean, right? Or King?
Yeah, Lord of the Waterfowl. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Good. Terry Rose is joining us today. What's going on, Terry? It's good to see you, boy. You're everywhere right now. Thank you for supporting the community as a whole. We really appreciate you. We have our very talented, creative artist and content creator, Makini90 here, modding the channel. Thank you for doing that, Makini. I appreciate you, my friend. He made me a new commissioned piece that I will be using on some new merch this year. So be prepared for that. Oh, I will make an announcement here as soon as we're done saying hi to everybody. Makini, I'll smash the like button when CC is on a stream. The other guy can get. Oh no, Brent Day. Oh, it's so funny. Bone, happy Super. Oh, there we go. Happy Super Bowl. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Sunday, let's go sports team. Good for you, Bone. Good for you. Mirrorsphere says hi in the chat. That's cool. Hopefully Vigilante Williamson will make it today. Not sure. Terry Rose says, hey, Wes, I missed your game this morning by 16 minutes. I like watching that. You're right. It really totally looks like it's a Link ripoff in some form or fashion. A little. Yeah, I don't know which game it's ripping off from, but it's definitely doing it.
Well, A Link to the Past, I think, actually stole a lot of ideas from that game, believe it or not. That game, came first.
Yeah, the Chrysalis, right? That's what you're playing.
Yep, Chrysalis. Yep.
Yeah. Lorena Creoles this morning, everyone, lurking while cleaning and trying not to look at all the snow outside. Yeah, dude, I'm so glad that I'm not living up in the high country right now because I would not be liking to dig out because today I got to go to the hardware store and finally get my desk surround built so my studio will be complete. The only thing missing will be the new monitor stands and stuff. So, but those will be here hopefully this evening. So we'll see. Could be good. Terry Rose says stonks and stuff. We'll get into some stonks and stuff conversation, I'm sure. And maybe a little cryptocurrency. Lorena Creoles says go Tampa Bay. Well, I hope so. It would be really nice to see another team win the Super Bowl that isn't the Chiefs or the Patriots. So, and I just said the words, guys, so we're probably struck and going to get taken down.
That was super.
Vigilante says he's in the back.
Dish.
He is? I didn't even see VW roll in. Oh, Vigilante! I'm so sorry. Hello.
Yeah, I was backstage. You said, yeah, well, hopefully he'll get here. I've been backstage for like 2 or 3 minutes. I even have I said in the chat, I'll be a little bit late, but I'll be here before you get to this. And I'm like, maybe I won't be because he won't see me. But Vigilante wins on another episode of the Sunday Culture Review. And are we not saying the Super Bowl and the Chiefs?
We can't say that.
Oh, there you go.
That's just a mistake. It's copyrighted.
I'm gonna get taken down. It's all your fault.
Taken down? Seriously?
I don't know. No. I don't think it is. Look. some people were telling me that. I looked up. I found some people that I did find some references to the fact that people had their streams claimed or whatnot. And at this point, I don't think I monetize these. I don't monetize these live streams, do I? You don't get commercials before them. So
I'm sorry. I was just joking. I didn't realize it was that serious.
No,
I'm the troll.
please don't worry about it. No,
Holy smokes.
Yeah, don't worry about it. No, I'm glad you're here. And normally StreamYard gives me an audio tone, so I know when somebody's in the back room, but I didn't hear that. Steven.
Yeah.
Steven's getting
What
back
is Steven?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Whoa, what's going on there? Wow. Love is in the air.
Tina Bojan says, "Good afternoon, friends. Good afternoon, Tina. I hope that you get a chance to root for whatever sports thing you're involved in. I love the new art. I don't know who does Tina's art, but they do a great job. So that's cool. Let's see. We have a Chiefs fan here. Terry Rose is a Chiefs fan. I want chicken wings. You guys are talking about food. Oh, guys, Floyd Looney is here, and I want each and every one of you to wish Floyd Looney a happy birthday. We will sing in just a little bit.
Happy birthday to you.
We've got to
Happy
start.
birthday.
Wait, we'll get no.
We
We
need
we'll
to
get.
be appropriately out of tune in time when we do it.
Oh, yeah.
What's going to be funny is we'll sing that. Well, the other word won't get us struck down, but the birthday song will. I bet you any money.
Oh,
No,
that's
actually,
true.
I heard that.
It's in the public domain.
Yeah, I
Don't
was going to
matter.
say it actually slipped into public domain within the last few years.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
And interestingly enough, we do it so terribly. No one.
It's unrecognizable.
Wouldn't be
The
recognized.
algorithm won't read it. Yeah.
Great. But happy birthday to you, Floyd Looney. I was glad to see
Aw.
that is coming up. I think
Yeah,
Happy
happy
birthday.
either
And,
it either is his birthday or it's going to be Floyd Looney's birthday. But I saw something referenced in one of my comments. I try to remember all this stuff, guys. When you get to be like 700 years old like me, but I believe we have a birthday.
Bill Back's birthday is tomorrow. Just pointing that out.
Chico Borgia passed away. Did not know this.
Oh,
R.I.P.
right, man.
Tom Brady is now a Florida man, so whether they win or lose, Tampa will be lit tonight. Well, that's absolutely true. No doubt about it. Hello, El Punk Tracy. Good to see you, my friend.
Hail.
And let's see. We have so many great people joining us today. You guys, and the chat jumped. Ta-da. Bye-bye, chat. I hate this thing. Sometimes StreamYard is a blessing. Sometimes it's a curse. David Blair is here. What's up, David?
Hell, David Blair, he was just on my stream.
Yeah, David Blair is a strong supporter of the community as well. It's pretty amazing. Kip Ellis is here. Says, howdy, folks.
Yeah,
Howdy
Kip.
to you, Kip. Good to see you.
Kip.
Today. Parrot Head says, #Cuddles Casino. Well, thank you very much. I think the boss will agree with you. Bagels Met says, hi, everyone. What's up, Biggs? Good to see you, my friend. I have an idea for your intro. Hopefully you got around to making it, recording it. Hopefully I walked you through some of it. But reach out, man. I'll do what I can to help you out. Brutal Morningwood says, whew, just made it. Well, good to see you, Brutal Morningwood. Thanks for being here. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow says, no Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm not watching, guys. The first one I've ever missed in my lifetime. And believe me, we'll talk more about
Oh,
it.
really? I've actually missed some, and I'm watching this one just because I was invited to something. But yeah, I've missed a few.
Yeah, I've missed none since I was supposedly. Anyway, Jaffo says sports ball. Yes, sports ball. So there we go. Bone says, I love Super Ball. Yeah, I had one of those when I was a kid. Loved playing with that thing. It's always your fault, Cuddles. I knew you were going to think that was dirty. Captain Trek says, hello. Hello to you, Captain Trek.
Loves the balls.
Super Cereal Bowl. I like that. That's fantastic. Philip A. Demick. Cheers, everybody. Cheers to you, Philip. Good to see you. Ken Jack Ben is here. I know there are pumpkins somewhere. So pumpkins for everybody. I was in a live stream of somebody that just popped up in my mentions and got timed out for mentioning Ethan Van Sciver's channel.
Wow.
Uncle Isa is a cool dude.
You know something? It could be a YouTube timeout. I just had a comment because I released a video that I know is going to piss people off, and I got a negative comment, and I saw it, but it wasn't on my channel, and I would have been okay with it, but it was just YouTube just said no. Maybe he's on the blacklist.
I have moderators on my channel. Maybe if you don't have an active moderator, they automatically they've messed things
I
up.
have a couple of mods, and it wasn't a live thing. It was just a comment on a video that got
on the video.
modded out. Yeah. So YouTube, the bots are out apparently.
I guess. Floyd Looney says no cake for my diabetic self. Well, that's a bummer, my friend, but happy birthday anyway. So
Can I have the cake?
Yeah. Hey, Rowan Ginger Raven is here. What's up, Kate? Good to see you, you troublemaker. You troublemaker, right, Steven? Troublemaker?
I don't associate with any insults Culture Casino says or repeats. I am considered a troll, so I'm trying to maintain my non-troll personality. Back to you, Jim. You started it.
Anyway, Ken Jack Ben says the guy was playing Spider-Man remastered, and I mentioned a comic book artist YouTube channel, and the guy times me out. That's trash.
Wowzers.
That is trash, my friend. My goodness. Hey, what's up, Subhuman? Can't wait to have you on here sometime in the near future, my friend. I think maybe I can get you on with Amber if you're available next Sunday. I don't know, but reach out, my friend. Shoot me a DM, and I would love to have you. I like hanging out with Subhuman. Good dude.
Mm-hmm.
Supper Bowl. Okay, I like that one too, Fat Steven.
Yeah, that'll work.
I'd rather have that right now.
Yeah. Michelle Jolan, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. We've got the Atlantean with a $2 super chat to say, hail culture. Hail to you, the Atlantean. Good to see you. Let's see. We've got I'm glad you're here. I can play War Thunder later. Awesome. Stupor Bowl. Hashtag Boomer Casino. You know, actually, that kind of sounds like a good name for a casino. You'd end up with a lot of people in there, I think.
I don't know, because Boomer Casino, if it's directed towards more old people, that could just sound like a lot of people's depends are going explosion. So it's not really enough.
We all turn to boomers one day, though. We all turn to boomers one day.
Grandpa went boom boom.
Hey, it's okay. But Terry Rose is giving us some info. Apparently, SB is banned. Pete McDevitt had a SB name in his title, and now Kansas City versus Tampa Bay. Wow.
Because the NFL is not more trash. They need to be more trash than they already are. Jesus.
I'm interested in reading Red Gaze's book than watching the Super Bowl. Okay. And since you said
I have no interest in it myself.
But here is Red Gaze's book, guys. Right here.
Oh, fun.
Yep. And I have the visual companion over here and all the art in the universe. And, this is cool. This came with it too, guys. Check this out. Ba-da.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You should make that big so we can all see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a giant pink circle.
Oh.
Is it a big seat? There's a big pink circle? Okay, cool.
I don't know.
There is.
Your camera.
See how, look, you're trying to get me to do 4 things at once, guys. We had this conversation. There.
Dance, monkey, dance.
That's Sunsworn, guys.
That is pretty good. I like that.
Yeah,
Especially
really cool.
That text is amazing, bro.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm glad I made you put it on the big screen. That's really good art.
I can't wait to read it, to be honest with you. I'm pretty excited. Again, I support as many people in the community as I'm not going to feign interest in something. I'm going to get something I really legitimately want to have. And so that's why, I went after Mandy's stuff. Mandy's got a new book coming out, launched yesterday. So check out Mandy Summers' new project. I think it's Word the Wizard 2, I think. And very pumped up by that. She's great.
I have a question, though. Does anyone know the release date or the mail date for Cash Grab and when that's coming?
I don't know.
February 31st.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
What year? No. What year?
February 32nd, 1999.
Okay, what year? Never mind. I'm going. Thank you, Vigilante. You are amazing.
I have a feeling you'll see it soon enough. Very pumped up about that. Oh, I'm looking forward to Jedi Bill 797 getting tortured with sparkly vampires tonight. Oh, that's right. He got his subscriber count up to where he said he would watch that Twilight stuff, huh, Parrothead?
I would rather watch Last Jedi.
No. Don't say that. There's actually a good pleasure that can be derived from watching the horribleness that is Twilight.
But no.
If you watch Last Jedi, it just burns. When you watch Twilight, you're like, look at the stupidity.
But
Now,
I
when
don't have
you
to
watched
watch it
when
with
you
the
watched
audio
Last
on.
Jedi, you scream,
Blade.
but when you watched the other
What
one,
Blade?
the Twilight thing, you fall asleep. So
Yeah.
I
you
didn't say
go.
how long I was going to watch it for or what part. I was just going to watch the closing credits. That's about it.
Um,
Blade
All
is
right.
how Twilight should have ended. Just saying.
Well,
I guess
speaking
it
of
sounds
which-
like Twilight would be kind of like the Batwoman to analogous to Star Trek Discovery, as where Batwoman at least they're both really bad, but at least Batwoman has some entertainment value because it's so bad it's hilarious.
That
Yeah,
woman
but
is still
at the
unwatchable.
same time, we do have that Patterson Batman coming eventually. And the last thing I need to do is even think about Twilight, and all I'm going to see is him and a bat cowl through all three Twilight movies.
Am I the
don't wanna
only
see
one that thinks that costume sucks? That Batman costume in
No.
that film sucks. It looks
No.
horrible.
No, you're not.
He should have been Terry McGinnis. I've had shot pictures before putting him
Absolutely.
beside the Terry McGinnis. He is the exact face replica of Terry McGinnis, and they could have gotten Keaton in there to play old Batman, and they would have had a franchise ready to go. But what do we get?
Yeah,
I would
Glitter
have been
fest.
so behind
That's a great idea.
Batman
that would have
film.
been much better. And he would have. He looks like a Batman. He looks like a Robin. He looks like Terry McGinnis. He does not look like Batman. He just doesn't have that energy. So
He
don't
looks
try to
like,
force him. in.
he looks like the thing Ben Affleck ate to become the Ben Affleck Batman. Like he had the Patterson diet, and that's where all the massive muscle went.
Well, he
Yeah.
had a little bit more than that diet, if you know what I mean.
Well, anyway, so moving on, we'll get into Batman. I promise you, because there's some offshoots from that. But yeah, and Robert Hammer's right. It should be Super Ball because it doesn't make any sense. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Yes, El Punk Trace, it was awesome playing Mario Kart the other night on Ords' stream. I love doing that on Friday nights. It's 8.5, so I'm glad you were there.
There's not enough violence in Mario
This is
Kart
me
for
not
me.
noticing that Vigilante Williamson was in the back, so I'm sorry.
tried to join you
Weeks
guys,
and
but
Joy
never pressed on
Neurotica
it.
says, "Hey,
Such an oppressor.
censored casino." There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Rob. What's up, Rob? Good to see you, my friend. Like the stream, save the dream. That's right.
Kind of like.
Oh wow, look at this. Hail, Vigilante Williamson. You've been watching them Duke boys.
Oh, that's a reference.
That was
Fimber
extreme.
mentioned the Dukes of Hazzard on my chat just a second ago, and yeah, we talked about how he would get canceled, even though he's actually African. But that's how it goes.
What's going on, Soul Assassin? Good to see you, my friend. Saying hey to us, and we'll say hey right back to you. There's our very good friend Tom over at
Hell
Midnight
Mead.
Red. What's going on, Tom? Good to see you, buddy. You're awesome. There's so much that they do over there, guys. I can't even begin to tell you. And they hit the ball out of the park every time. Their analytical videos, their the documentaries that they've been doing lately. I guess they're technically not documentaries, but they're just deep dives into stuff I just really appreciate. Plus, I get to hang out with Tom on Tuesdays on the Tuesday Tirade. That's a blessing and a half, let me tell you. Let's see. Oh, Adega Outlaws here. What's going on? What's going on, Adega? Good to see you. We've got Apollo Patriot popping in today. What's going on, Apollo Patriot? He looks like he needs a sandwich and a nap and gonna cry about it. Oh, we definitely are talking about Sparkly Batman now. I bet he smells too. Guys. Whoa, I did not know John Schneider is a YouTuber these days. Did not know that.
Yeah, he has a lot of content.
Oh wow. All right. See, there is so much available on YouTube. How do they single out the people they hate? Like, Les or me.
Or me. I got my stream taken down twice.
I just had a bunch of laughy faces, and you're dumb. So thank you for that very intelligent comment, Troll. Thank you.
Oh man.
Meat and the D-Rocks.
Let's dive really quickly into the bowl that is very large, a Grande bowl. Let's dive into the Grande bowl, shall we?
Sure.
Unfortunately, I apologize for the picture that's up here. Oh boy,
I throw like a girl. Whatever.
I know. Yeah, we can see that.
It's fine. It's fine. Look, I apologize for this picture. It was not my plan.
Oh god!
Come on, man.
I only have so much Viagra.
I said
Yeah,
this
I don't want to be political. Biden, first thing you show.
That wasn't me.
This will be not a political sport.
Look, aside from the fact that this is the humor part of this, he looks like Walter. You remember, that puppet from the ventriloquist guy?
Jeff Dunham.
Yes.
Dunham, yeah.
Walter's smarter. I
Oh,
remember how that,
Come on, man.
No politics.
math.
Look, Super Bowl 2021 commercials, the best and the worst. I promise you, you're only going to enjoy 3 commercials from this year. And
get rid of them. Kill it with fire.
Well, it's going to happen. Let me put it this
I've
way.
been skipping commercials the past few years. They're not good anymore.
Well, they haven't gotten any better, that's for sure. But we're in a position now where the Super Bowl, these commercials are costing less than last year by $100,000 for 30 seconds. We're looking at lower production budgets for these commercials and large companies bottoming out of it altogether, just bailing out. So this year, the competition for best and worst Super Bowl commercials unlike anything before. With regular staples such as Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and Budweiser sitting out of the game.
Smart.
Wow.
That's smart. I think they're trying to save face instead of
Probably.
losing it.
because they don't want to lose sales through some kind of virtue signaling garbage pail. And
Gillette's.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want to have their Gillette moment because Gillette, they didn't do well. Their parent company didn't do well, and that's the thing is you have a bad Super Bowl commercial that offends half your audience, you lose sales.
They lost like 90% of their audience.
Unilever picked up a huge chunk of customers because of their dumb commercial. But it's like I said, they've reduced. Oh, we lost someone. Who did we lose?
AFK gave you
AFI is trying to fix
private chat.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I went to Dollar Shave Club after the offensive commercial, so
Yeah, they've really blown up since then.
They're smart because it's definitely with Gillette. It's the best a simp can get, but I don't want that in my razor.
It's really strange. Over here, we when we have the FA Cup, which is kind of the equivalent to the Super Bowl, they don't really do what you guys do, which advertise TV shows and films and stuff like that. Because I do believe that's what happens every year, right, with the adverts.
Yes, very, very
but over here, especially in rugby, they actually put something written on the pitch, so that when the camera looks, it's written in such a way on the pitch that it's kind of false perspective. So when the camera looks at it, it's on the pitch properly. Do you guys ever do that?
Yeah, actually, they use technology. Yeah, they use technology to essentially create the screen. The green screen is the field, so they'll lay stuff in over the top during the broadcast.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see that this year. We'll get into it because this article will spell out some things, and I'll spell out a few more. But for a highly coveted ad space, you're only again. This is the thing that blows my mind. They're looking at only $5.5 million, $100,000 discount this year, and they're saying that it's going to be a massive Super Bowl. Or God, I just did it again. Event. In 2021, right? And I don't think it's going to be nearly as big as last year. I mean,
no.
I project much lower, especially for the U.S. audience. I think if they get in the high 90s, I would be amazed. I think they're going to be at low 90s because there are people like me who are ducking out of this game, and across the board, they've lost out on 10% of their audience for the year.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you know what? A lot of it is the fans. A lot of it is the virtue signaling, but a lot of it has been going on for years. They've seen little dips in audience and dips in interest. Some people still blame virtue signaling, and it could be. But for me, as a lifelong football fan, I would say the past 10 years, my love of football dropped, and that was on account of the game itself. It starts to change. And I think a lot of people have gone through the same thing where it just is not as important as it once was. Outside of everything we can talk about, and I'm not denying the virtue signaling or the fans being gone, even though I think there's going to be limited fans in the actual Super Bowl. It's just not the same. And they changed so many rules. If you know anything about sports, the quarterbacks now throw for 1 trillion more yards than they used to because the game is just different, and it's, to me, impacted the interest in the sport. And I think that, including everything else, is why we have what we have here.
Well,
Come on, man.
I don't think you're wrong. That's the weirdest place. I think
Yeah.
the game changed. It changed. The fans left. We started focusing in on player health and realizing that these people were gladiators essentially already. So we already knew that there were health detriments to playing football. That wasn't a new thing. So the rule changes and everything else, and then the fact that they're trying to vilify it from a college level, even high school level upward. I don't think helps, so you're essentially doing their best. And here's the thing. So these are the ads that supposedly leaked early, but they didn't really leak early. They were released. I mean, you could go and find almost every single one of the Super Bowl ads already, including the one from Robinhood that our friend,
Boo.
points out that they're trying to build back after what they did to everybody in the Wall Street bets community. So
Screw Robin Hood. They're demons.
I have a question.
Yeah, they're scum.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does the ad start with, do you want to not have no control of your money? Do you want to invest in stocks but never be able to sell them? Robinhood today. We won't let you use your money.
Yeah.
Basically, we were not going to allow you to make money.
Robinhood, we hate GameStop.
Well, the fact that they have a commercial though in the Super Bowl, you're saying that, right?
Yeah.
Is like it's just a bad timing because I think that you have to put that in like way, way, way before, and it costs a lot of money to get it. It's just unfortunate that they're being complete a-holes and they have an ad in the Super Bowl. I mean, actually, great dish.
Actually, no. You would think that you're right for the most part, AFK, except that I know for a fact this was a last minute buy and a last minute make on their behalf. The Super Bowl, Super Bowl ads were supposedly all virtually sold out. Did you hear the first word? Which means they weren't. Right.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So they were able to put together this ad product. In fact, there's some articles out there about it, but they were able to put together this ad product right before the SB, right before the Grande Bowl, the Vente Bowl. I don't know what that.
You've already said twice already, bro. You're
We're screwed.
Yeah, we're screwed.
Right.
And El Punk Tracy agrees with me. He says the big game will be the first game I watched since 2014, and the way the game is being played now, the way the game is being played now, it's just not the same. And I get it's brutal, but so is UFC. You could always make less games per season if you cared about the play.
Can I ask a question then?
please,
Why did they
please.
change the game then? What was there a reason that they changed the game?
Traumatic head injury.
Head injuries, but they haven't completely eliminated them. I don't know how you eliminate. They're trying to make a safer cigarette, and I understand it. But you could have non-guaranteed contracts, so these players had money after the league. Oh wait, you don't want to do that. You can. There's a lot of things they can do, but they don't. They're trying to do the most economic version, and so they ended up with a game that's not what a lot of us grew up with. It's just not the same sport. That's why we have a 45-year-old quarterback in the game.
Yeah. And not only that, he's awesome playing at the highest level.
And he's still one of the best players because of the way the league is good and bad, but it's made for a less interesting game to me.
Yeah. Well, let's get through these ads super quickly. And we will talk about Budweiser here. The reason I highlighted this is because they will have commercials, just not the Clydesdale Anheuser-Busch commercial that we normally see. And you're right. They definitely know that their audience doesn't want any part of a virtue signal at all. So, but let's go through it real quick. You got the Cheetos commercial here full of celebrities, right? Right. You have the Wayne's World Uber Eats commercial. So you can already watch these. Okay. You got the 5 to 9 by Dolly Parton commercial right here. Right.
Okay.
And then you have the Amazon Alexa commercial, which I've already watched, which is 1000% virtue signal.
Okay. I'll be cringing on that later. Go ahead.
Yep, you will. This is the Bud Light Seltzer commercial. See, they're not completely out of it. They just aren't using their main brand. Okay. This one's actually, I've watched it. It's whatever. This is a lawn and garden commercial. This is the only one that seems like a legit-ish commercial. This is the Chipotle one. This is where they're swinging for the fences, and most people have already seen this commercial now.
Yeah.
I just feel like the commercials that they're hyping now are just as like empty as like how we're supposed to see celebrities nowadays. Because like I feel like back in the day, the thing that made the commercials, special was that you didn't know what to expect. They were always weird and they surprised you. If you have them lined up and you advertise the commercials ahead of time, even it's just like, what's the point? Like they're ruining the entire experience of what it was in the first place.
I don't know who's in
A lot of
charge,
people-
but it's been sweeping the whole of the world, this kind of thinking, hasn't it?
Well, it's being forced upon us by the same people that fortified an election. But let's move along. 'Cause
Are you sure we're not going to be political?
No.
You did that to yourself.
Did that to yourself.
I have a question.
I want to avoid it because, like you said, it is a directly related question, and so I answered it. It's just the way it is. This commercial, the Michelob Ultra commercial, is incredibly full of virtue signaling. I know you're laughing at me, Vigil. Anyway,
Well, I just remember. I just remember when the Kings were in the playoffs and they're playing the Lakers. How that how the officiating they fortified an outcome. Also,
that was crazy. I talk about that for years. That was great.
Can I
go ahead?
Can I ask you an important question? Is there any actual like movie trailers or previews or special stuff in this at all? Because otherwise, let's just skip it.
I haven't seen any. That's the thing. Everything that I've seen.
Then this isn't Super Bowl. But
here's the comments. There is going to be a movie preview thing that's going to go during the Super Bowl, and they're going to super promote the new woke inspired BLM supporting Equalizer show on CBS, which is premiering immediately after the Super Bowl.
Wait a minute. I mean, is that woman that can't lift her leg to even kick a doorknob? That woman,
Queen Latifah.
Look,
the Queefit
Dana Owens is a really great performer, and it pretty much is successful at everything she's ever done. But she is a comedic style actress. She is.
I even take her in a serious role, but not an action role.
Yeah, I just don't see it. But I guess we'll find out.
She can play an action role, but there has to be like at a Mandarin or another buffet style restaurant.
Issue. All these shows nowadays for Drake, they're trying to show like people who are equal, like, oh yeah, we got this lady to play this role, and she's not in the same physical physique as you'd expect for this character role. And it's like, well, sure, that's great, but if you're going to be putting that person in that position, you should be writing it as in that person in that position, like, let's make it believable. Okay, this lady fights crime and stuff, but how on earth can she physically do any of the stuff they have her doing for the stunts? Like, no, how about we have the character solve the crime, and maybe she does get pushed around because she can't fight. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, make her like the closer, where she's thinking things through instead of physically doing stuff.
Or they should have gone the Paul Blart, given her a Segway and a javelin, and she would have been good.
They should just made an original show for her. Why take over the show that's been loved for a long time and just retcon it? Why can't they just create a new character for her?
It's for the shock value. It's not even.
Go ahead.
I don't know. It's just like, for me now, it just sounds like shock value every single time. I don't even think they're trying anymore. Like, I think originally there might have been a couple different franchises where they're like, we can reboot it and do this way and make it work. And now I feel it's like, oh, we'll do this and piss off people, and then we can virtue signal and get more people because of it.
Yeah, but then it fails because nobody watches it.
Maybe AFK might have a point from a certain aspect, but this is going along the same trend that's been going on, let's say, for the last 4 or 5 years, if you want to include everything. They're taking over properties. They're destroying the strong male figure in most of them, or they're destroying the like everything that has been built up because it's this or that, because they believe it's this or that, or listen to that small group who's telling them it's this and that, and they don't even watch the show. This is just destroying history on the TV level. Even fictional history, fictional universes, fictional anything is being torn down because they think it's not appropriate to their standards.
Well, the character that Woodward played in the original show was then redone in film by Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Okay, so they did a great job of developing the character differently because they cast differently than you would have expected. He did 2 films, right? And there was a third one that was a possibility. I don't know if that was out there anymore or not, but it's one of those crazy things where I was like, just out of my mind. Just absolutely out of my mind that they were going to do a TV show that doesn't reflect the original show at all. It's driven by a lot of nonsense, and I just I mean I don't even want to. I'm going to lose my mind about the show, but I'm going to watch it because, like I always say, and I know that AFK Bard will hold me accountable. I will give it 3 episodes, and then I will either watch it or destroy it.
I think that's the best way to approach these kind of things. You know, it might be good, who knows, but I doubt it. But give it a shot. You know,
I'll let you give it 3 episodes.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, though. Like when we're discussing, I don't think we're going from the pretense we're never going to watch it. We're going from the pretense what we're given, what they're showing, and the words they're using to describe it or promote it are always the same type of word. Strong female lead, strong all homosexual cast. Oh, guess who's diddling the farmer's daughter? But guess what? It's not a man. It's all the weird stuff they try to incorporate, but they're not delivering to grab an audience. They're doing it to tell the audience and warn them, this is what we made. You're not going to enjoy it. The only one that's different is season 2 Batwoman, because season 2 Batwoman is now a comedy of itself.
I don't see the logic in this at all. Really
there is no logic.
The goal is to destroy everything. I mean, they're even going after classical literature. Anyway, I don't want to get off topic, and I want to say thank you to Roger Haynes for the $1.99 Canadian super sticker, my friend. Thank you very much. It's your traditional thumbs up, which I appreciate. I am a habit created human myself, so I always send everybody a Doomacorn. So thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Can I say something in the geek quickly, and I won't be that long? The best way to look at this from a metaphor's point of view is like, you know what happened in 2020 when it came during the summers, right? Think of every TV, fictional, or any type of like property that we get enjoyment out of. Think of it as one of those statues they kept tearing down. And that's what they're doing. It's the same thing. Topple it over. So if they topple it over, they can pretend it never existed. They can build from scratch. That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's
well, to be fair, a lot of these statues had poop on it. So
well, that's because you want to get a hold of the pigeons accountable. Well, no, Kurtzman is the definition of poop. That's a whole different category.
I'm talking about JJ had already pooped on this like in 2009.
Well, JJ's a lens flare poop.
Go ahead.
Depending on. Sorry. Never mind.
Go ahead, FK.
No, go ahead.
I don't know. For the analogy, it kind of feels more like they're lobbing. It's not so much toppling as in they're trying to put things on top of it and like pretend that nothing else underneath existed. And so, if anything, they're smothering it and trying to like muddy what was already there.
Well, it's just they're doing the same thing, AFK, with redefining words and or giving them broader definitions because they want to be able to use those words to discredit or cast down those that oppose their ideology. I mean, that's
do you know what I find interesting is that the most powerfulest players in Hollywood have disappeared. They've gone quiet. Steven Spielberg, Marty Scorsese, whatever. The rest, those really big hitters, they're not saying anything. They're in hiding. And they obviously don't agree with this.
Well, that's because they're deleting their Twitters and anything that could incriminate them if anyone decides to search down their history and bring up something that happened 5 years ago. That's pretty much what they're doing. They're going through
10 years ago or 15 years ago.
They'll find anything. Oh, this guy threw a nugget at Seagal. Cancel.
Yeah, no, they're just hiding because if they're quiet long enough, they think that everything will settle down and they don't have to worry about it anymore. So they're just not going to do anything.
Yeah, somebody has to speak out, right? Someone big hitter one day will have to speak out because everybody knows this is rubbish. The whole thing is absolute rubbish.
The thing with that though is a lot of these people have skeletons and they don't want them getting out. So I don't want to get down that rabbit hole, but
even Tom Hanks.
Everybody. We should go out of our way to try to open up all these closets. Anybody who's on that side, you're talking trash about like entire giant swaths of humanity. You certainly did enough in your lifetime to be called on the carpet for by your own standards. So,
Yeah.
you can certainly get helped to that conclusion. But I need to answer this question really quickly. Christina Nardone says, so who was the halftime performer this year? It's The Weeknd with no special guests.
He's on
Really?
a road. It was filmed on a road or a dark alley or something. It was actually a preview of it. It's him I think he's even singing in a mask, in a red jacket, like the whole red suit, right? That's the one. I think I saw they showed the preview.
Did they film? Sometimes they film the practices.
Yeah. It looks like he's just standing alone in the dark on a bridge. I could be wrong because I didn't pay much attention to it. And I think he's singing in a mask. I don't know for sure. It's just I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm out.
I haven't cared about a halftime performance since Prince.
So
No.
Wasn't Tom Petty right after him?
Janet Jackson with the nipple slap.
Yeah.
That was my
I know
last
Prince and
favorite
Tom Petty were
halftime.
good. Everybody else, and then they I'm not going to go on that one, but yeah,
clearly,
But
the
they
nip
were the
slip
last
was
ones.
planned. Obviously,
It was still a good plan, man. That was the full areola of effect.
Well, Glenzer says, I remember when the Vente Bowl was just about football.
yeah.
Me too.
Gotta
I
go
missed
way
that.
back.
Yeah.
remember when a lot of things were just about what they were about and not about anything else.
Do you remember that? It'd be like this. It'd be like, tune in this weekend for this ultimate event where you'll get a sneak peek at the next Avengers movie.
Oh my god. I get a kick out I don't know. I'm sure it's always been this way for sports, but when I glimpse into the world of sports on television, like before the Super Bowl, for instance, they're like all week, play by play of every single thing ever for every player in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then you're like up to the night before, and it's like special night before the blah blah blah, and it's just like, holy crap, you guys know how to hype it up and do the same thing over and over and over again. And then it's got like the red carpet event all up leading to it on the same day, and it's just like, good lord, is that really necessary?
I think they should replace, I think they should still have that halftime show, but it should be mandatory to have a Jello or mud wrestling thing going on in a mini kid pool in front of that said performer, just so there's not only something visually representation that's stunning, but you're also getting music to go along with whatever flavor Jello or pudding they're using.
Yeah, I know what they should do.
What should they do?
They should just, you know what? Let's just, for the maximum amount of entertainment for the most amount of people, do something with the Animal Planet. Just have the Puppy Bowl as the halftime bowl. Everyone will like that. Who doesn't like puppies?
Oh no, the Puppy Bowl's the best bowl.
Exactly. Have just a 15 minutes of Puppy Bowl for the halftime show. Everyone wins.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone will oppose to that.
Hey, the Puppy
Or
Bowl.
Janet Jackson's boobs. I'll be.
Did somebody say Puppy Bowl?
That's right. The Puppy Bowl. There is the Puppy Bowl. That has always been something that people default to for like a break from the game. And I was asked a question by one of the folks that are subscribed to the channel in one of the messages, because I try to read them and respond to them if I can, and or at least give them a thumbs up or whatnot. But they asked specifically, how do they calculate viewership? Well, viewership is based on total concurrent viewership at any one point in time. So they're actually measuring the peak. So they're looking at where the peak is with the Nielsen's, right? And now Nielsen's has been incorporating live streaming viewing into their numbers, which this is the first time ever. So it is possible, even with broadcast viewership curtailing, that we still might get a little bump in total overall viewership because they now can track numbers they weren't paying attention to before. Does that make sense to anybody?
Yeah.
Do you guys also realize that there was more hype and excitement for that Jake Paul fight than there is for this event?
Oh,
There absolutely was. Yeah.
Think about that. A YouTuber fighting someone else in a boxing match is now more relevant, popular, and memed than what the confetti bowl.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call this crap.
Oh yeah.
You're right.
I think there's a lot to be said. I think pro sports in general have been so arrogant. I've talked about this with friends about how the NBA, you can say what you want about them, but like for years, I've been watching like NBA YouTube and like stuff related to the sport, and you never see commercials for the NBA. I haven't seen one Super Bowl commercial for any game in the NFL, despite watching NFL related stuff on YouTube. Why is that? Because they're old idiots and don't realize how many more people are watching YouTube than traditional media and traditional sports. So they just there's a lot of like stupid marketing going on. With
I have
these
to
people.
kind of interject. The NBA I agree with, but it was actually funny is that there are some Twitch streamers that are actually given privilege and allowed and teamed up with like NFL who actually get to stream certain games live on their channel. Tim the Tatman is one of them.
Well, then they're smarter than the NBA by doing that. I didn't know that. That's good.
It's also Twitch though, so it's not going very far.
Yeah,
dude, if this is a legit idea, I need to go. I'm gonna go spelunking now. This thing would rock.
It would rock, but Kevin Hart would need a baby seat for that chair.
So wrong, but it's so wrong. Though.
It's you know what? That's sometimes
Daisy Duke.
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish.
Queen Latifah.
Tiffany Haddish will be
Queen
Daisy
Latifah is
Duke.
going to be Daisy Duke.
You know what? This could potentially like if Dave Chappelle writes it, I would be in it. But
Dave Chappelle is too clever to be in something like that.
He would have to. It would have to have been his idea from jump. He has an idea.
So getting back to the whole discussion that we jumped off of, Kurtzman did destroy Star Trek. He is the definition of poop. So that
he killed it. I agree, Tulsa. He killed it when he was on that Comic-Con panel last year, and he decided to say Star Trek and platform in the same sentence. That was the day Clown Trek was officially valid. It was patented, and that's when everyone.
I used to think he was great, though. That's the thing. I used to think he was good because I loved Fringe, and all three of them were involved in Fringe, weren't they? It was JJ, it was Orchie, and it was him. Right? And I used to think they were great. And then, after years later, we realized that the other two were two hackers, and Orchie was the one that was the clever one. And they kicked him out when Discovery started, stole all his ideas. So it's coming home to roost, isn't it? We know they're hackers now. Do you know what I mean? So there you go.
Can we just watch C-Lab 2021 for the rest of the show, please? Because that's at least somewhat funny.
I would love to.
I have the full series.
I have more stories to go through.
I think anyway, to finish, I think at that point, Star Trek was already dead. Kurtzman was just kind of defiling the corpse at that point.
Kurtzman was ripping off indie video game developers, pretending he didn't.
It was franchise necrophilia. Oh yeah, justice for an os.
Yeah, and this is a good rule to live by, Shadzar. Let ye without sin cast the first stone, which is why a lot of these people went into hiding. So
yes, it is.
Well, it's a good thing though, because we don't have to watch any more black and white videos of groups singing or half-ass nakedness while trying to tell us about naked this and naked that. Because Saber Stillman, you got a nice rack, but your mouth needs to be shut sometimes because there's just no. Like, and there are other ones too. Like, I can't even watch Grown Ups now without seeing Chris Rock nude popping in my head from that commercial.
I'm glad I didn't see that commercial. Or maybe I did see the commercial. I just blacked it all out. I forgot about that.
It's not.
I'm sorry.
Because Amy Schumer, all the cheese. That was disgusting.
Anything to get you. I need fresh brain bleach for the Amy Schumer stuff. But let's get to this super chat here.
Was that part of the fortifying of the election? I don't remember what that commercial was about.
Probably.
You guys made it political.
Naked ballots. That's what it was. I'm going with celebrity.
Trace XL for $5 and also a member of the channel. Thank you, Trace. Says, completely agree. It's high past time for some spring cleaning by the same logic they use. Their rules won't seem so great when the lens is on them. That is so true, my friend. So true. And I think that's the only way to go about this at this point is to clean up our culture. That's probably the way to go about it.
They're so terrified.
Terry Rose said it looks like Congress.
And Prince was, I think, the last great halftime show.
Yeah, that was he was singing Purple Rain, and it was raining, and they made it look purple. That was awesome. Yeah. It's Purple Rain.
R.I.P. Prince. Yeah, that was so
only in America. Yeah. They would do stuff like that in England at all. Only in America.
Well, here you go. They just need Weird Al to sing at the Super Bowl.
I'd accept that.
That'd be great.
Oh no, he's a smart man. He will not go down that road. If they had to only get the Weeknd, and remember, Weeknd was also the one who whined and complained about the awards not too long ago. Remember?
No, I don't, because I don't pay any attention to these people.
Yeah, Metallica's been trying to play the Super Bowl for the longest time, but for whatever reason, they don't want him. I don't know why.
Yeah, the Kitten Bowl is cute.
They kind of suck.
Yeah, we can sign up.
They have good albums, obviously, but they got some shitty ones too.
I think they should have had
some really bad ones.
The Twitch girl. They should have had her as the halftime show because
that would have been so progressive.
It would have been perfect.
Chappelle would need to be Uncle Jesse in the Dukes of Hazzard reboot. That'd be so great.
I think I could picture Chappelle more as Boss Hogg. Yeah.
Man, that was the weirdest panel ever, Trace. We were watching that. I think we kept trying to bring attention to that panel about that Star Trek would be a platform. Yeah.
But he said it, didn't he?
Yeah, I clipped it. If you guys want the clip, I can send it to you later. I actually clipped it and put a clown wig on him.
Yeah, I miss C-Lab 2021. Yeah. But it was so. Think about how great television was once, right? It was pretty awesome.
I'll be playing more episodes with booze and cartoons coming up in the week. So you people are welcome to join on, get drink, and we just got to play on my YouTube channel. That's all we're gonna do.
Yeah, and Philip, Amish Paradise is a Weird Al classic. So.
Yeah.
K. John Boom says Prince sang "Purple Rain" in the rain, and I swear it only rained because he wanted it to.
Man, there are people who thought Prince had superpowers, and yeah.
Did you remember when he passed though? Because when they were showing off his house up here in Canada, right, and they were doing like the walkthroughs after the passing. Oh my God, his house is beautiful.
Yeah,
it was like something you don't usually see,
like a palace.
And he hated Michael Jackson, didn't he?
They had a love-hate relationship. Jackson. There were stretches of his life.
They were frenemies. They were
definitely frenemies. They were absolute frenemies. He almost tried to kill Michael Jackson.
My nose is homeless.
He almost ran him over. Thank God there was no Twitter back then. I mean, geez.
Exactly, Commander Red Straker. I think Weird Al singing "Living with a Hernia" in Amish Paradise. Dude, the world would be set right if Weird Al performed the Super Bowl halftime show. He could think about the guests that would come on there to clown stuff with him, right?
If you could have original artists sing their own parody songs, that would be awesome.
Oh my God!
But
I know Coolio would do it. I don't know about everyone else.
But someone would honestly find offense in it. I think the ones that are trying to keep their satire, their comedy, what made them, a lot of those ones are also keeping silent because they want to protect it and not get on the.
I just thought of something actually. Over here, is it Coolio? He's singing some song on an advert, and you guys don't get that, is it? Because it's only exclusive to our country.
No, I didn't know he was doing a commercial.
Yeah, he did a commercial over here for Just Eat, which is like a. Do you guys have Just Eat over there? No,
I think so.
Yeah, he did an advert over here for it. So it's crazy how we had an advert with George Clooney advertising coffee, and you guys probably haven't seen it either. So I guess it's only exclusive to England. I guess, or did you?
Probably is. I have one question though. The halftime show instead, can we just get the guys from Little Britain to do skits for like a good half hour? Because they've
been banned because they considered doing racist comedy, which it wasn't.
Yeah, no.
Glenzer.
Absolutely crazy.
Weird Al has a WAP parody?
No. What would you do with the WAP song?
He needs one if he doesn't have one.
Oh gosh.
I've only heard that song once. The only version I heard was the Ben Shapiro, like somebody chopped up Ben Shapiro.
Dude, so when I got the rare privilege, and it's rare, to go on with Lethal Lightning and the guys for the Aussie stream a couple weeks ago. And when they open up the show with that chopped up Ben Shapiro version of that song, I just die. I don't even know. But
it is disturbing.
He could parody The Weeknd really good because he can call himself The Weekday and just parody one of his songs. It'd be perfect.
Awesome. Man, that would be so great. Yes, Glenzer is a mad genius. There's no doubt about that. And AC/DC, I'd love to see them. I'd like to see them and Metallica. I mean, it would be great, but I just don't see it happening. So
I would like AC/DC. Did they do one? I just feel like
I thought they did do one.
Yeah. They did. Did AC/DC do a Super Bowl, guys?
It sounds familiar. I don't know. I don't like football, so am I the only person that doesn't like football in America? I
don't like football. I don't watch it. I don't find it interesting. I'm sorry.
No, a lot of people don't like football.
My love for sports died when the baseball strike happened after the Jays won their second series. After that, I just didn't care about sports anymore. If I want to watch sports, it'll either be skateboarding or paintball. That's about it.
Mine died when Calvin Johnson retired.
Playing basketball is fun. I mean, I suck at it, but I like it.
The song is Wet Rectal or Posterior. It's Wet
Posterior vagina.
Posterior, yes, thank you.
What?
Yeah, I'm trying to say it in words.
Or
that
wet donkey vagina, if that's better.
It's
Yeah.
It
Gwyneth
could be a
Paltrow's
donkey.
virginity stone.
Oh my goodness, no. All right, so just
The boss is taking
let's go through the rest of these Grande Vente Bowl things real fast, and then we'll move along. So the next thing we can look at is this, which is, will there be fans in the stands at the Super Bowl? Yes, 22,000, and I said the word again. Dang it. But there, yeah, I'm gonna get clear. I don't care. Will there be fans in the stands? Yes, there will be 22,000. So about 1/3 of what there should be. And in fact, it was confirmed by this dude, this knucklehead, Adam Schefter, that yeah, that's what I said. That 7,500 of them will be vaccinated healthcare workers that are being given free tickets to the game.
Well, you mean test subjects?
Right.
No, that's
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used the people who are protecting or are trying to help people to be guinea pigs for this experiment. So,
I'm hoping there's an actual like live feed cam that's just focused on those guys, and we're slowly watching their hair fall out as it goes through their butts.
Watch them turn to superpower people. Hell,
hope
big old Mets.
great day, my friend. Great day.
See ya. Thanks for hanging out.
Taco Bowl. That's right. Yeah.
That's an insult.
Yeah. Aerosmith sold out the moment they performed. No, absolutely.
I don't even remember who they performed with. I don't remember most of these halftime shows, honestly.
Didn't they perform with Run DMC? Isn't that what happened?
Did they?
Yeah. Didn't they do the,
They may
walk
have.
this way,
It's like
talk this way?
Usually the halftime show is it's time to get up and go to the bathroom or get up and do something else.
Yeah. I'm
That's my
usually
break.
making food. I'm usually making food for people.
Yeah,
and stuff.
interact with the rest of the party. That's the time I start not paying attention.
Yeah. It's teriyaki wings.
Get wings.
And
See who else. Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, what's going? That's not. I never pay attention, so I don't even know what's been happening.
They did do that with Run DMC, from my understanding. I believe that was the 2001 Super Bowl. But
It's still further back.
Well,
so yeah, I think Francis probably still the last good one.
Yeah. So So Shadzar says 14,500 paid attendees. Kinda, but you have to remember a lot of those are corporate attendees. So it's really going to be like, the medical community that, subjected themselves to
We're forced to.
Yeah. And then the folks that, represent these massive corporations. So usually 1/3 of the Super Bowl audience is in some way tied to the game.
I have to correct myself. 2001 was NSYNC, Britney Spears, Mary J. Blige, Nelly, Aerosmith.
Wow, cool.
Oh.
And Walk This Way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sheesh. That's a lot.
When Instinct was still around.
Terry. Yeah, the wife is still fine after her 2 shots. Yeah, and yet I saw yesterday, and this is kind of a bummer, a person, an educated person, 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks after getting the injection, they lost their baby, miscarried.
Oh,
I'm not saying there's a correlation. Yeah, I'm not saying there's a correlation, but there you are. So, all right, let's get to the last of it. There right now, all of these entities are trying to prop up the game, and it frustrates me when even sites like a financial site like Yahoo Finance is talking about the big financial storylines, and they're doing it in a very glowing fashion that leads people to have a different thought process behind it, and it frustrates me. They're really anticipating. They keep saying that there's a lot of things that this game will help remedy, but they do at least call attention to the fact that each of the NFL franchises themselves lost $100 million in revenue per team this year.
Good.
$3.2 billion.
Yeah, I wonder what could have caused it. That picture doesn't tell me anything. I wonder.
Yeah. Well, they try to say that it was the
scam
bad the bad flu thing, and it very well definitely had an impact. There's no doubt.
Absolutely.
About it. But at the same time, I'm not sure. I mean, there might be a picture on the screen right now that would tell you why we would be having these problems with the audience. sports.
Well, AstroTurf is very racist, so I can see where they're coming from.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating to me, and they like to blame it on
Blame it on the rain.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the other thing.
No.
So,
Dude, a Milli Vanilli halftime show would be great, and they don't even need the guy that died because they weren't using his voice.
Yeah,
They
got that.
I really wish George Michael, because
Because
You Gotta Have Faith would have been perfect for this year.
He's dead too.
Yeah. And they keep killing all the good artists.
And he could have came out of that bathroom stall, prepped and ready to go. Oh, come on, guys.
So anyway, like I said, so right here highlighted on the screen is what they're saying. This is what Yahoo Finance is saying, is that more important social concerns like BLM movement is probably why there is a thing. Well, no, it wasn't it wasn't that people weren't paying attention because of the social concern. It's because they were being beat over the head with that idea, and they also try to mitigate the amount of viewership that fell. They're saying it's 8% on average.
Way higher than that.
It's way higher than that, and that's what's bothering me is all of the retro history that they're putting into this story.
Yeah.
So
Kate said something about it in the chat. Revisionism. She wasn't talking about this, but it's the same.
No. Yeah. Revisionism to be remade as the collectivist is what Kate said.
Culture. I got a question because I remember the conversation we had like months ago.
Yeah.
How did it feel when you canceled all your sports packages, especially with NFL, man? Because I know you've been a long time subscriber, and like when you said I just gave it up, man, you could feel like you were losing tradition, like we were like attached to Disney. I'm not going to Disney, but yeah,
it was hard. I will say this: it was hard for the first 2 months because my dad and I, my biological father and I, we communicated through baseball. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was part of his life, almost his entire life. It was baseball, and so, we would talk about it. He wanted me to be, follow him in baseball. They wanted my profession and my interest to be baseball. And, and I that was how we communicated. We use that game to communicate. We also communicate with other sports as well. Hockey, American football, heck, we would talk tennis and golf, all kinds of stuff. And so you're right. When I pulled out of, all of those sports packages, it was hard for a couple months. My dad and I found a lot of other stuff to talk about. You know what I mean?
That's good.
And it actually expanded my world. And at the same time, and if you ask the boss also, I lost nothing. I gained time. I gained a community. I gained an amazing family and the people that I've connected with here on YouTube. Everybody out there in the chat, you guys. I
didn't think about that.
Cutting that off, I gained perspective. Yeah, Vigilante, it's amazing. It really is.
Just this show runs when the normal games run. The first game of the day runs, and you wouldn't have been able to do the show. I would have never met you if you didn't cut it off. So that's cool.
That's awesome. But at the same time, I'm trying. It's also the same type of thing where I've talked about before, and I think other people can relate with. Like the way this is, it's the same thing with our franchises, the stuff we like when it comes to our Star Wars, our Star Trek, anything else. All those things that have been torn down or destroyed or kind of warped has destroyed what you were describing, the time you had with your family, your dad, or anyone else's friends or family. It's done the same thing, and it's attacking those memories as well. That's where the teardown is coming from as well. There's a lot of people who are literally getting their hearts scarred because of this stuff. It's not just a tradition, it's the emotional attachment from what the history involved. And it's not something you can put in a photo album.
No, you can't. There are certain things that don't go there. And I want to bring attention to our friend Shellbach today, because today is his birthday. Excuse me.
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow is his birthday. And he's going to be having a stream for his birthday at 4 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. So guys, if you want to stop in there, I know we have another birthday person to sing to today. I tell you what, let's do the birthday thing, because I'm done talking about all this football stuff, and let's talk about some fun stuff. Let's do the birthday thing, because I think that's the way to get it. The sports packages. Okay, so just real quickly, I gained way more than $400. Canceling the sports package is expensive. $1,600 for all the sports packages that I had per year.
Dear God, man.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
Did you have all four?
I had them all. I had everything. including soccer, which was dumb.
Oh, yeah, soccer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I did have the NBA package. I did not pick it back up when it came back.
Me either. I said I called him. I said,
And I like the NBA package too.
Yeah,
it had to go.
Yep. All right. So let's sing "Happy Birthday." This goes for both our friend Floyd Shellback. Yeah. Thank you. Gosh, my name did the brain. Anyway, so you guys ready?
Yeah,
ready as I'll ever be.
2, 3.
Happy birthday
to
you. Twinkle little star. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, happy
birthday, dear.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Sounds like, oh my god, there's like so much feedback. All you hear is happy birthday.
Yeah, it's a lot of static.
Yeah. Can you blow me up quickly? So if Shellback can always remember this day.
That's what she said.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Jeez.
Happy
Hail
birthday.
Shellback.
Yeah, there you go. Walter White.
Floyd
right
and
there.
everyone else who's enjoying birthdays recently or around this time. Happy birthday, everybody.
Okay, I'm done looking at my.
No, look at it the whole stream. The whole rest of the stream.
You will like it. You will like it. Look, more entertainment. Look.
Okay, that's enough of that. All right. Well, again, happy birthday to both of you. I'm glad you're doing well, and absolutely turtle power. Happy early birthday. So many birthdays. Yeah, February, dude. When you are coming out of spring as humans, you likely been knocking some boots. So you're going to fire out some puppies in February, right? So
What are you knocking boots with to get puppies?
Hey, it's been a long lockdown for a lot of the ladies. So
That old yeller look real good right about now.
Michelle Jolan says, nobody is making funny videos about Brie. I don't know. Is she good now?
no,
LOL.
she just doesn't matter.
No, she doesn't.
Even though they tried to make her matter in WandaVision.
Can you
And
keep
that
your
scene
comments to
pissed me
yourself,
off.
please? Just keep your comments to yourself.
They mocked her WandaVision.
Happy birthday, everyone.
Brie Larson
That's
doesn't
what I
matter.
said. I thought that was one of her.
They did, didn't they? Try to.
Maybe that was a joke. You're right. It could have been. It came off like a joke because it was stupid.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but she's so funny. She's like, whatever. I was like, yeah.
Well, for Halloween, there's a new Halloween tradition now. We play that YouTube video when she was doing yoga every Halloween Eve, and it goes over great.
Seems scary.
It is very scary.
Kevin Feige likes it though. So
You know how I like to talk
We
about my
lost-
period.
We lost 4 viewers when we sang happy birthday, just so you know. Shellback says, so horrible yet so terrific. So it's awesome.
Gotta say, you kind of sing it like a funeral dirge there.
It
so.
was fantastic.
I start singing a different version altogether.
Yeah,
So-
it was great.
You sang the Stevie Wonder version.
Yeah,
didn't
it
you?
was a Stevie Wonder one.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah,
Is that guy clapping, waving at me? I can't see it.
Roof Korean wasn't at the Capitol either, sends us $5 and is also a member of the channel. Thank you, Roof Korean. You don't get to call me Rackist all summer and expect me to give money. No, you don't. Time for some forced merger or whatever and bleed sports teams like Wall Street. Actually, be really simple to do to start up your own sports league. All of the structures are there. The problem is that the new football league that's going to be coming out is going to be owned by Dwayne Rock Johnson and his business partners, and he is gone to the dark side. So
I hope you know what with him. I'm hoping it's like because he in that one video that he did, he looked like he was doing so at gunpoint. I think that was hey, you want your career still, you know what you got to do, and he's like, yeah, I like the guy they told me to like. You should like him too. Please don't destroy my career. And hopefully he's smart enough because some guys, just like we talk about Filoni, they'll say something when it's convenient, but then they get to it. It's like, okay, let's make something actually good.
Okay, who are we talking about?
The Rock. He owns the XFL.
Oh.
And he's going to do a new football league, and he's kind of gone to the dark side. But I'm hoping against hope that it may just be a.
You have to think about it this way: like he should have gone that way after Black Adam came out because he just put another DC movie the same with the Momoa in his mouth.
Yeah, he did.
It's gonna be really bad. I am probably not going to see Black Adam at this point, which sucks
No.
because I love the character. But anyway,
Well, I don't think anyone's going to see it because there's no cinemas. So there you go. No one's going to see it.
yeah, you know
Well,
what? RMB did a video about that specifically, or a live stream about it the other day. I didn't get a chance to get all the way through it, but essentially he was saying, be prepared to say goodbye to cinema.
Yeah, that's
no,
what's
I'm
going to
gonna-
happen.
I'm going to argue. No, I'm going to argue that right now because there are companies out there where you can rent those air-filled projector screens. You know what you do? If you have a good neighborhood, you have a family. What you do is you pitch in, you rent that thing for that, you buy it. They're not that expensive. You get a projector, you buy that film or whatever's coming out, and you share it with your neighborhood, and you have a neighborhood film fest. No one's
It's not
stopping you from having a theater. It's not the same.
not
Yeah,
the
it's
same.
cheaper because you're not spending $80 on popcorn and
I
butter.
love
Yeah.
spending $80 on popcorn.
I understand
love
what
it.
you're saying, but you're going to have to adapt if this industry is
know.
going
There-
down
there are
the hole.
gonna be
I'm
a
not
few
saying it
theaters that
sucks to be
exist.
you. It's just it's hurting everyone.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a
There will be
rotation of
niche
generations.
theaters that pop up. Arcades pop back up. Niche
If-
theaters.
If arcades pop up, I would love that. Do you remember watching those lines for Dance Dance Revolution or playing that Area 51 game?
But no,
all
they,
that
I'm
stuff.
saying they already had. I don't know, like in local to me, there are like barcades here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There are
Yeah,
adult
same.
oriented arcades. You're right; they're not everywhere, but they are some places.
Do you think that when the cinema comes back, do you think that if it comes back, that is, they should have, seats in a bubble? So they'll have 4 seats and it'll be in a
Oh
bubble.
no, because then you'll get that
bubble.
no, you'll get that George Costanza guy next to you.
Yeah.
He popped the bubble boy. Bubble boy's going down.
Yeah.
It just sounds kind of weird because we still have theaters open over here, and so if you're like, when they open up again, I'm like, oh, technically they're still open in some
Yeah.
places.
Some
I
places
mean, like,
are.
I think
That
that
actually
it's depending on the location and stuff. It's actually not that hard for them to deal with the social distancing because, like, I don't know what it's like on like the East Coast or whatever, but we have like those seats that like recline and stuff, and they're huge.
Yeah.
And you can like fit 2 people in them, and so it's like super easy to just 6 feet apart everybody.
But what I don't understand AFK is in general. If you guys have the theaters open and they're saying it's failing in other places, they have stadiums everywhere with giant screens. They could they have the same prices as theaters, so
Yeah.
they could adapt that way. You would
Well,
get a
they,
bigger crowd depending on how you do it, and use those stadiums like Fenway Parks and stuff like that. And
There's a
and
rental
balance.
fee though for the movies themselves, and the more
Well-
people you're going to be showing them to, the more expensive it'll be.
Then
Like,
they're gonna have to figure something out.
Yeah, it'll change. But
Thomas.
I just want to say
Hi,
hi
Thomas.
to Thomas. Thomas is here. Hi, Thomas.
Yo,
Good.
Thomas.
Hey, Thomas.
your breadsticks.
Shadzar is not wrong. ATT is in substantial amounts of debt. They so much so that they've been trying to sell CNN.
Nobody wants CNN.
No.
Not even
I hope
CNN.
Trump buys it. I
Impressive.
really do.
I would be
I'm not even
hilarious.
an Orange Man guy, but I hope it happens. But I have a question while we have this up. DC is dying. AT&T has so much debt, yet they're greenlighting Batwoman season 3. Economically explain why this happens. Is this a write-off?
There's
No, they need it for Comedy Network. They need to have at least one sitcom out there that's making people laugh.
No,
And that is
they're-
Batwoman.
They're throwing things at the wall at this point. I think it's basically they're so in desperate need of cash flow that they're like, it'd be more suicide to cut their shows, like instead of like
Well, they cut
canceling
Swamp
it.
Thing, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. And
Well,
that show
I
was
mean-
amazing.
So
It
I
went
don't get
woke.
it. I don't
It
understand
didn't work with the image. I
Well,
think.
there might be there's this theory that there's this organization that's funding those kind of shows. I don't know how true that is.
I mean, this makes you that stuff gives credence to that theory, honestly.
Yeah.
And I've
Yeah.
heard that same theory. as
I
well.
didn't know Muppets had bank account.
Yeah, they
they
do. Yeah, they do.
Crazy cat guy for $5. Thank you very much, my friend. He says, "Woot! Finally caught one of your live streams live again. Here's some cheddar. Thank you so much, Crazy Cat Guy. I appreciate all your support everywhere. You're, again, like so many here that are here in the chat today. You guys support the entire community, and boy, do we all appreciate you. We have the best chat community we could possibly hope for. Thank you all so very much. And thank you specifically, Crazy Cat Guy.
I have a question. This is for general. If DC dies, does that mean Superman and Batman dies with it?
Yeah, somebody will buy them.
But you know what I mean, though. Have you ever thought about that?
I know.
Worst outcome that we're going to lose actual heroes.
Yeah, I guess that's the plan, right?
I mean, it's
these
potential.
people. Yeah,
We'll lose them for a time, and then they'll come back when someone can affordably purchase it.
Yeah, and
maybe we would have
might
to
be the best
crowdfund
thing
it.
for it.
Maybe
well,
we should
that's the thing. I
crowdfund
mean, I think we should. Here's the thing: if the fans, it's like the Green Bay Packers. Since we were already talking about football, it's owned by the community. So you could certainly crowdfund buying an IP. I don't know that would be difficult. You make you buy the IP, you make a successful entity out of it, and then that you use that money to buy the next.
Oh my
IP.
gosh. That's a brilliant idea, actually. I mean, in theory, if you could get enough people behind it and basically you sell it like even like an Indiegogo project where you're like, this is the movie we're going to be making. Here's the writers. Here's the blah, blah, blah. We need you to get us to get this IP. That'd be a great way to do it.
Is there also a possibility to turn, let's say if this did happen, everyone pitched in and bought not just an Indigo project, but turn, let's say, the name Batman, the comic of Batman, the property itself into like a stock.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone can own a part of Batman.
Wow.
It might go that way, though. You never know in the future.
Can you imagine saying to your kids, "I own a part of Batman"? Don't.
Yeah.
Well, and that, I don't know why we don't do that already. See, this is the unique thing. And Mr. H reviews, if you guys aren't familiar with him,
I am familiar. I love Mr. H.
Yeah, he does a really good job. He's in the UK. He's brilliant. He's already making films. I mean, I think
already has two. Already has two in the can, and they're coming out.
Yeah, he's got a third one on the way, as far as I know. But look. Yes. I'm working on my own thing that eventually will come out, and my goal ultimately is to have this community create this stuff. In fact, let's use this time to talk with Ian a little bit. Ian,
Rebecca Gold.
Sorry, what's the question?
I said you're a filmmaker. You made an amazing web series called Rebecca Gold. If you guys didn't know that, check it out. It's amazing. I put a link to Ian's Rebecca Gold channel in the description of this live stream. Check it out. It's pretty amazing. Ian, do you have any other projects that you envision doing in the future if somebody handed you a story?
Yeah. I'm okay, right. So basically I've been bombarded by Doctor Who fans because they're not happy with the way Doctor Who's going. So now they want me to make a Doctor Who fan film, but I don't really want to do it unless there's a good reason. So what I'm doing is I'm shooting a trailer soon, just a 30-second trailer, and it depends on how people react to that. If they react to it, then I will think about doing the fan film, but I'm not going to make something and spend a bit of money on it unless I know I have an audience. Do you know what I mean? And plus the fact that, just going off it slightly, when you make a film, that's only the first step. After making it, editing it, put it together, you have to find a distributor, and that's where it all falls apart, finding a distributor. You know what I mean? Trying to get people to watch your film. And that's the hard bit.
Sorry. Can I ask a question? Ian? No, it's perfectly fine. If you don't want to do the Doctor Who thing, have you ever thought about doing it from the perspective of the villains and how he keeps destroying all their stuff?
Sorry, say that again?
Well, everyone's pushing for like the Doctor Who, like you're saying, you don't want to do it unless you know you can do it, right? But why don't you swap it? Instead of doing it about Doctor Who, why don't you do it about the enemies that he constantly keeps disrupting and what they're going through afterwards?
I don't think they want that. They want their Doctor Who back. Funny. But sorry, go ahead.
I would be happy with Romana. I mean, that was the issue in the first place. Doctor Who fans pointed out from the very beginning, this whole problem could have been avoided entirely.
Right.
If they just, instead of doing a female Doctor Who, went, hey, there was a female Time Lord that everybody knew and liked. Why don't we bring her back as female and make her super awesome, which everybody already thinks she is?
Yeah.
Nope.
Because that's too easy.
they wanted to destroy it, so there you
It
go.
would literally be the first time in all of this like crazy like changing gender and like remaking the franchises where it would have literally worked, where it would have made sense plot wise to have a strong female character in the Doctor Who universe. And
well, that's the problem is they're not looking for plot wise. They're looking for virtual signaling.
But they have a lot of power. That's the problem. You see, it's distribution is the problem. Yeah, I mean, Mr. H may have thousands watching him and stuff like that, but there's no guarantee they're going to be watching it. A lot of people say, "Oh yeah, if you do that, I'll watch it." You know how hard it is to get someone to watch your shit. Basically, it's incredibly hard.
I know I contributed to both projects, so I'll be watching. And I noticed there are a couple of chats. The one that you said maybe Elon could purchase CNN. I hope that's a good alternative if Trump doesn't get it.
But they would lose their minds in either case. And here's the thing: you sell to whoever's going to give you the money you're asking. And if you don't, then your shareholders will come after you and hang you by your toes. So
I don't think it's the toes.
No, it's not.
But Mr. Anderson here says something, relatively intelligent. Disney could end up buying DC and merge it with Marvel, and then they would essentially destroy both products.
Don't give them ideas.
Then I'm out. Don't give them ideas. No.
If Elon Musk buys anything, let him buy Sony. That'd be pretty sweet. Then he could be in control of DC.
But the thing is that there's nowhere to put the product. That's the point I'm trying to make. If Disney buys DC, then it's just another company stuck in their company which they can't sell because of what's happening now. You see, it kind of doesn't make any sense why you would buy more in this climate.
If you're looking for the long run, but here's the other problem. There's a certain mechanism by which all of these companies survive. They're trying to add an additional one called stakeholder. We're not going to talk about that during the show. But if you want to find out about stakeholder capitalism, you can definitely watch our friend Comics Division on the nights that we do that show. It is well worth watching. When we yell at parked cars, they're very well yelled at. Let's just say it that way. So check out those over on Comics Division. If these mechanisms exist to make these companies successful, if at the same time you're eliminating the actual benefit, which in this case would be profit, these mechanisms fail. So Ian is 100% right. Why would they go after more that they can't do unless they're looking, bigger picture farther down the road and where they could make it profitable? But if that was the case, why wouldn't AT&T just hang on to it? See, there's a lot of questions to be asked.
At the same time, it's like they don't care about it. Doesn't, but the way they've gone about things, it doesn't even seem like they care about profit. It's come down to, it's like watching a very bad after school or school. Remember when we got to watch those movies where we had to watch about certain things in school and how bad they were and boring? They were literally turning every type of property, not only destroying it and trying to make it what they are telling us we should like, but they're turning it at the same time into a lecture.
Yep.
But
no one pays to be lectured.
The mistake they're making, right? It's really good to be small, actually, when I think about it, because the mistake they're making, these huge companies, is that they think making more money is a success. It is kind of, but creating things and putting something out there that people like, that's the success. The money is just the fuel for the car, so you can make those things. Do you know what I mean? They focus too much on the profit of things or how much money they're going to make or whether they're going to take up, instead of thinking about the material that they're making to please their audience. And that's where they go wrong all the time. If the material is good, it's going to spread by word of mouth. Word of mouth is going to create more people watching, more people wanting to spend. But at the same time, that's good publicity. They're at the point now where they don't care what type of publicity it is. Even bad publicity is not going to make people watch it. They might tune in and go, "Oh wow, you're right," and that's only one episode. You're then losing more audience because you think publicity in general, whether good or bad, is going to help you. It's not. And they're still not learning this cycle that they're breaking. The hamster's dead, that wheel's spinning, and they're still trying to go, they'll feed them hamster some more. He'll come back to life. No, Jim, it's dead. It's dead, Jim. It's dead. But if all of us are creatives, if it means anything to you, creating and doing something and putting something out the world is the most important thing. Yes, money is important, but you have to have the money to drive that. Yeah. And you should be thinking about creating, not how much money you're going to make. I know it sounds weird, but that's the way I
No,
operate.
it doesn't. Not to a
We-
creative. No.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right.
yeah. We're not people, though, to them. The audience is not people. We are just dollar signs. We are just another number in that. What can we make of those people that are dollar signs? That's
Which
it.
is why we need to support Ian, Mr. H, and anyone else who creates their own, because these franchises are dying. I talked about on my last show, we're being tricked into funding this stuff through I like WandaVision, but I'm contributing to that by watching it, but then they're going to use that same money and make a woke comic. They're going to even tell woke writers to make their stuff even woker, which apparently is something they're doing.
Then you go back to 1989, you pick up John Byrne's Vision Quest and Darker Than Scarlet, and you read that omnibus, bro. And then you go back to WandaVision and you connect them and see where the joy is.
Yeah. But that's the thing, we got to stop. We're tricked into funding it. Because they'll make one or two good things.
A torrent? You don't pay for a torrent. Sorry, you heard from me.
Anyway,
well, let's.
There are other mechanisms to go by achieving viewership in a legal manner, but the thing that I always encourage people to do is exactly what Ian is encouraging people to do: make your own, because that's what we're telling these other idiots to do. Our stuff will be successful; theirs will be trash. I mean, it's been that way forever. The people with the ideas they think are going to be culturally acceptable are often wrong, and the people who make the things that will please the rest of humanity are very successful.
I'll tell you what's really wrong in this industry, and I've experienced it. You always have someone with a lot of power and they think they're creative. And the ideas they kick out is terrible, but no one has the guts to tell them that they're terrible. Yeah. And that's when the whole thing starts sinking. But that's what I'm saying. You have so many people with so much power, and they think they have a creative mind, and when they don't, I mean, we could talk about JJ, we could talk about Klutzman. They're the people that don't have the imagination to actually kick out a really good TV show, yet they're in charge. But no one has the guts to tell them, you know what, you suck. For various reasons.
Oh, they tell them. We do tell them they suck. That's the problem. It's not coming in the company. It's not being said. But the fans are saying it. The consumers are saying it. But guess what? What happens in return? They're using the three endings of most words: ist, ism, and phobic. That's all they're using. And they think, oh, they'll shut up. But we're not shutting up.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm saying you're right, bro. You're very right. But we're like everyone else has said. Every channel has said when it comes to topics like this. You got to hit them where it hurts. You got to close your wallet. You got to bite the tongue. You got to stop funding this stuff. That means you have to cancel your streaming services and find alternative ways to have entertainment. Do it.
Yeah. Also, you got to stop talking about it on Twitter as well. Stop talking about it on Twitter, otherwise it will trend. Stop using the words and the names and of these shows that you don't like.
Yeah, like the C-Lab stuff I was talking about, right? I literally want to find a bunch of people on YouTube that want to redub all of them with their own voices. That's what I want to do. I want people that'll be in on that. Because as long as the audio is taken out, we're fine. I love it too. And then we can branch out. I'm down. You can even do branch out. You can. I'll get you and I'll fix it up. But we can even do like crossovers, like Adult Swim characters just having a debate like we are now.
Yeah. Speaking about this, Kate says specifically, talk about new things. Yeah, absolutely.
Agree.
I did just see Dega also in the chat. He's an author. Yeah.
He is a Dega Outlaw. Great creator. Ian, great creator. Our friend Mirrorsphere Origins, who's been incredibly quiet, which is weird. I don't know what
kids
happened.
Are screaming.
He's muting himself.
The lambs are screaming.
But we have all this creative talent. We have people with ideas. We have people with organizational skills. I think we can do it, guys. I think that we can talk about the new things. EVS is making new things. Cyberfrog is freaking badass. I'm going to say the word on my channel. It's pretty great, and I'm very excited for it. But we never got to any of the other subjects today, guys.
Because it's more because this is a more interesting topic in general because it's creating conversation in a way. I'm sorry we're trying to ruin we're not trying to ruin your show, but we created something right now by talking about how creation needs to be recreated while the old way has to be dismissed. So we already did create something.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Makini. I didn't know you were still here, brother. I'm glad you are. Makini, also an amazing creator. Can you imagine?
Hell, Makini.
Can you imagine an animation done by Machini 90? It's manga quality art. And the storyline would be ridiculous. And all it is it probably just takes us kicking him in the pants to get that going in the right direction.
There's also another way we can start doing this too. You guys have probably heard of VR chat, right? It's like where you make 3D models and you're in a 3D kind of environment. But they also now have a desktop mode where you don't need that. We can start doing stuff like talk shows and stuff and get one of those weird avatars and just interview random stuff and use that for 10 episodes. You want to do something different? Do it from the virtual world. It will have an eye candy. Like I've been trying to figure out how to do that. I've looked at the software. Like we have so much potential here.
My brother just told me about this VR streamer who like interviews like a bunch of people. I forgot her name, but she interviewed T-Pain. Actually, while Gary was giving me a shout out on FNT, but he was telling me about how all these different VTubers have blown up on Twitch, doing all these cool different things I wouldn't have thought of.
It's easy to do. Like right now, it does take a capital investment. I'm actually the Valve Index is something that you can utilize to do that if you have a powerful enough graphic card, and you use systems like Animaze, which is actually face rig upgraded. You use those types of things, and you can be a VTuber. And you don't even have to have all that sophistication, but essentially you can put on the headset, which has all the facial tracking. It can track your mouth and everything via the webcam. You have Knuckles controllers. There's all kinds of stuff that you can.
I'm not using it. I'm not using any of that.
You don't have to. You can just do it from your web camera for sure. But I'm saying if you want to get full body capture when you're having a conversation,
that's interesting.
There's a lot of stuff.
Can you imagine that? All of a sudden, all of our cameras turn off, and it's all of us are wearing these giant green spandex suits with little white balls all over them. Hey guys, this is what the panel actually looks like.
I don't know if I can do the VTuber thing. It's not.
You can. Vigilante, they have custom models. Their workshop. They always have people making new models, especially with face rig that you can download for free.
I'm just talking about. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if that's my thing. I'd like the mask.
Ords remind Amber she's on the show next Sunday. Remind her.
But you want? I'm gonna promote this guy. But you guys see the Steven Seagal thing right here? You see this? Okay, I'm gonna promote this guy right now. His name is the Time Prophet. I know he's super busy. He's working on his own projects, but he built this from scratch for me, and he didn't have to. He saved me anywhere from like $600 to about $1,200 US, because that's how much some places charge and people charge just to make a basic model like this. Maybe he can help you out just making a talking mask. Can you, like Vigilante, if you like the mask so much, just get him to make the mask and have it move around when you're talking.
Maybe.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm not forcing.
Yeah. He loves wearing his mask.
Actually, that was itchy. It's a cool mask. I'm getting a new one.
I know they are needed. I just wanted to see a spandex reaction. That was
like I said, I mean, I did it already. I mean, my very first video I ever did on my channel, which is the last thing I'm going to say before we wind the stream down. The very first video that I did was in a character that was completely fully face rig. So it was Gron's movie review or whatever.
Yeah.
It was, So it's something you can do for $20 on Steam, and then you get whatever character models like Steven's talking about and move forward. But speaking of my very first video, guys, we are coming up on the 1-year anniversary of my first video on YouTube, February 16th.
Oh man, congrats, Hale.
All right. Hale,
1 year.
Happy birthday to
retirement.
Happy birthday
to retirement.
Happy birthday to CultureCasino.
Wait. How many times do we have to comb our hair on your birthday? Like, I'm not going to go like 1 stroke, 2 strokes. Like, I can't count the dinosaurs.
Yeah. But here's the deal. On the 16th of this month, I will be holding a live stream just for the purpose of celebrating that event. Wow. It'll be fun. Everybody will be invited to come on. Just shoot me a DM and I'll just rotate people through. We'll have fun. We'll talk about, all of our first YouTube experiences. I'm going to highlight the terrible video that I did first. You can all laugh at me. That'd be great. And we'll go from there. But I do want to say thank you to Machini 90. This you do not have to do, my friend. But I'll read it out loud. Vigilante, if anything, you can commission or ask someone to make a VTuber version of you. If you want a voice modifier, there's that. Or have someone do voiceover for your character. You can absolutely do that.
Yeah, I talked to my brother about stuff. Like when it comes to this whole Vigilante Wednesday thing, whether or not I commission things out is going to depend after I do them first. I want to be a voiceover guy, so I can't have someone else do voiceovers. So that's
right.
That's out completely. But everything else I'll consider.
Oh, that's right. Latino Slant. I just saw that tweet this morning. Thanks for reminding me. Latino Slant for $2 says, I have an animal rescue fundraiser Tuesday. Stop by. I will absolutely be there. I hope each and every one of you will stop by as well. Yeah, Latino Slant's doing so much great stuff. Orale, amigo.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, appreciate that. And the following day, on February 10th, at 7 p.m. Eastern, Drunk 3PO is doing his charity stream for
against human trafficking.
Yes, very good. Thank you. And so you definitely want to be a part of that one as well. In fact, he's opening the door a day early or 2 days early. I think even on Monday, 2 days early. So you can go into the stream, and the money skips YouTube entirely. YouTube has it set up so they don't take it. They don't take their cut. It doesn't flow by Drunk 3PO at all. It goes directly to the charity, which is awesome.
It's the same way they set up the St. Jude's a couple weeks back. It will go directly to them. You'll see a weird symbol on the top of the chat as well as for the super chat. So you'll be able to set the amount.
So on that note, I just want to say, and thank you for the birthday wish there. We will definitely be doing all of these things. We're coming up on them, guys, and it's all because of you. And we thank each and every one of you. And as our audience starts to leave, because we're starting to wind down, I want everybody to do their quick bye-byes and give us what they're working on. And we're going to start with our guests today. We'll start with our VTuber friend, Fat Steven Seagal. What you working on, my friend?
Well, as I said, tonight will be with you and me. With Lorena doing the Florida stream. It's going to be a real fun one. After that, I will be with Ord's Board, Script Doctor, and Fuel the Hatred. He loves everybody. Don't tell anybody. And we'll be doing fighting AI robots in the 80s in Sweden in Generation Zero. Tuesday is going to be a pass, but the Comic Book Roundtable episode 2 will be on Heiresses of Chaos's channel. Tune in. I am doing a bunch of records for special Valentine's Day episodes and stuff I can't go into. As for another project, it's the Booze and Cartoons. I haven't figured out a title for it yet, where we pretty much just talk about old cartoons, have a couple drinks, and have C-Lab play in the background and other Adult Swim cartoons. It went pretty good last time with Angelus and Rowan. Ord's popped in. So I'm going as long as Culture. I'm trying to go for the record. Other than that, Friday, lunch table, noon, Eastern. Always someone new, always someone exciting. Thank you.
Cool.
I guess so. Thank you for that complacency.
Awesome.
All right.
I also be a game.
Am I frozen again?
No, you're not frozen.
Oh.
Culture's voice is gone.
Oh. I was wondering what the awkward silence was all about.
I was going to say, Floyd Looney asked us, what is better for tubing, desktop or laptop? Both work fine. I think Wes uses a laptop. I use a desktop. It doesn't matter.
I think it just
is he asking V-tubing?
The specs and I think the specs are more important in whether or not you need to be portable or not.
Yeah, the power. Yeah, the power of the video card is important when it comes to V-tubing for sure.
Then I would go desktop over laptop, because even with a laptop, you're not going to get a good enough integrated unless you want to pop out a couple grand. Unless you want to also make an external graphics card while hooking into your M2 drive and having it run through a separate power source.
Okay.
Yes.
Nina,
in order to say this, I'm sorry I missed it, but I was spending time with the boss, and I never apologize for spending time with the boss when I get to. So, but yes, I was a terrible human. I will not miss again. So thank you very much. Are we going to get Runner's apology video? I don't know, but let's leave that for another time, and we're going to bring up our friend Ian, the Mega Geek, otherwise known as the creator of Rebecca Gold, amongst many other things. And let me say this, Ian, thank you for being here, my friend. I can't wait to see what else you create. Do you want to say anything to everybody on your way out?
Yeah. I mean, just subscribe and like my stuff. I mean, my channel's called the Rebecca Gold channel, and it has the award-winning web series Rebecca Gold, but it also has feature films that I've made before I got into this YouTube craziness. There's a film I made 20 years ago called The Killing Zone, which is the very first film I ever directed and made. And that was funded by people who weren't in the industry. There's history behind that. There's loads of videos where we got the cast and the crew talking about how we made that film. There's Fallen Angels, which is probably the biggest film I directed with Michael Ironside and Jeff Fahey. That's a horror. And then there's Bad Day, which is a cop movie set in England, would you believe? And that has a few TV stars in there. Go to my channel and they're all free. And when you've got the time, watch my movies, support my channel. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ian. I really appreciate being here, and I appreciate all your efforts online. You're a good dude. All right, now we say goodbye to our regular folks. We'll start with Mirrorsphere, who was very quiet, very strangely quiet today. What's up, friend?
Hey, guys. Just like, subscribe to my channel if you can. Also, I will be doing. I dropped my video of my read off my book. This is a couple days ago. So if you haven't checked that out, please do. Also, just have fun. Come and hang out if you can. I'd love to see you guys there.
All right.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Mirrorsphere, and thanks for popping in, my friend. I hope you're more vocal in the future. Anyway, all right, and now we have our extra special, our own Vigilante, the person who tries to settle scores on our behalf, Vigilante William.
Okay, what do you get when you cross a mentally ill loner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash? You get Vigilante Williamson. And what do I have going on now? I talk pop culture and politics, as a lot of people do in this day and age. And I'm going to be on Jake D Live. But this Sunday, I tried to do something different and talk about, not sure if anyone's familiar with the whole MGTOW red pill thing. And I am getting ratioed as I expected. So this may indeed be both my most popular and downvoted video. So you can check that out if you want to be pissed off, because I am pissing off everybody, and that's awesome. Outside of stuff like that, I do music. I actually am hopefully going to release a song this weekend or tomorrow, and do music, talk about the same pop culture stuff that we talk about, a little bit of politics, which I'm trying to de-emphasize because I want my life to actually be happy, and politics make me sad. So
there you go.
If any of that stuff interests you, there are about 40 or 50 people in the chat. If all 40 or 50 of you subbed, I'll be at closer to 250 subs. I just went over 200. I think anyone who has subbed. And Nina Infinity, I want to do a stream with you. You said Culture didn't show up. Maybe I would have if you would have invited me.
Hey, now.
That is that. I appreciate being on this panel. I appreciate everyone here, and I appreciate all of you in the chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my friend. And that was a little submarine work there. Well done. Well done. I want to say thank you to Crazy Cat Guy for the $3 super sticker of the cat going, bye-bye. Bye-bye. So
I'm still expected a banshee to jump out of one of those doors behind Vigilante.
Dude, I know. Well, if I keep making videos like this, an angry incel may jump out one of these doors.
I think there's skeletons in either closet.
All right, all of us have some.
I think there's a life-size clown doll that's going to just open up and run behind you.
No. I think it's a life-size Brie Larson cardboard cutout. It's constant compliments. Yeah.
I started the same week as Brie Larson.
On the way out, we have to say thank you to the amazing AFK Bard for showing up. AFK, you got anything planned going to make us go to sleep to your reading voice or anything fun?
Oh gosh, no. Well, I haven't been reading for a while. I know I'm slacking, but I'm recording something a little bit later today with Ian and our friend Keith from Home Media Minefield. We're going to be talking about, let me remember the movie name that we're actually going to be saying. Heaven Can Wait. Yeah. And so we're going to be talking about that, and that'll be up later this week, maybe like on Wednesday. It'll premiere. So I wasn't ready to pimp myself. I'm sorry.
No, great. You're so humble, and you've been on YouTube for so very long. So thank you for joining us today. And last but not least, we have our very own version of Joe Rogan, a better version possibly, someone who is a lot of fun to hang out with and pretty bright guy. Wes Moody, what's going on?
So sexy.
Hey everybody, I'm Wes of the Wes Moody Webcast. I talk about current events, pop culture, occasional conspiracy theories, occasional car talk, gaming streams. And I vlog about whatever the heck I want to because it is my webcast. Hope to see you there. We have Trekking on Tuesdays, 8 p.m. weekly, and whatever Wednesdays where we talk about whatever the heck we want to. And I'm doing a playthrough of a classic game called Crystalis from the NES. You can see that it came out before A Link to the Past, but you can see that obviously Nintendo took a lot of cues from this game when making A Link to the Past. Hope to see you there, my friends. Make sure that you subscribe to these great people on the panel, and we have some great creators in the chat. And you are, of course, the best chat on YouTube. We love you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you all so very much. You guys have no idea how much it means to us to have you here with us each and every weekend on Sunday specifically. No. And I do want to say that we have a lot coming up here on my channel, including about a week from now launching the news channel. So I'm going crazy, guys. I'm trying to see how many things I can do before I just literally die. So we'll see what happens with that. But look for that launch sometime about a week from now. Again, my YouTube anniversary is February 16th. I will be doing a live stream. I'll be inviting many of the panelists that you've seen today on here as well. And hey, I may open it up to everybody. I don't know. I always try to do that with my members. We'll see what would happen if I had the whole community talk to me. We'll see. But thank you all for being here. Do check out all the great streams that are happening today, tomorrow, Monday, the charity streams on Tuesday and Wednesday. I will be doing the Tuesday tirade with Tom on Tuesday, so check that out. And of course, the 6-minute dailies in the morning, I'm going to keep doing them, guys. I seem to get a consistent group of folks that show up and watch them. A little blast of news for 6 minutes every day, a little bit extra because of the credits and everything else. But other than that, please subscribe to everybody. Thank you all for being here. Have an amazing day. I'm gonna end the stream the same way I always do, which is be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.
Super Bowl.
Wash your ass.